welcome back to the channel and welcome back. Right, very good day to you all. It's 1:20 here in the UK. I'm just going to post a couple of links to publish the fact that we're actually live. Thank you very much for joining me.
Radio 5. It is swaying in and out with the breeze, but you're coming over really well.
Okay, I'm just posting a couple of links on Facebook and a few other places.
I'm glad you came back to me, Mark. It's all news to me.
And then we'll get on and play radio.
I got into Northern Belgium yesterday, so that was a trip. And you're about my second or third series, so thanks for coming back to me.
Yeah, Mike Whiskey 7 Papa Whiskey Charlie, Mike 0 X-Ray Charlie Zulu. Well, delighted to be just setting the third QSO. His signal is he's hovering above the noise. So far the QS Bravo's holding up, but I would say you're about S8, and like so many people, unfortunately the noise floors around S6, S7. But you're ahead above water there. So I guess you're pretty recently licensed, looking at the Mike Whiskey 7 and the fact that he's I'm protected QSO.
Chat box on YouTube, so if anybody wants to chat back to me, feel free to type in any messages on YouTube. I can't unfortunately integrate it with Facebook at the moment. We should keep that on. There we go. Right.
I've been playing around with aerials, and I've got one that I've got a setup now that seems to be working. I'm limited to 10 watts. So I can
chat pager, so mic is a bit low. Okay, great, thank you very much for that, Martin. Let me do that. It's always really helpful when people come in and tell me things like that, because
I've got a 9-to-1 balance, so I can go on some other.
There you go, I'll tell you what I've done there, Martin. I can't actually turn the microphone up anymore. Excuse me, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat today. Oh, I can, sorry. Just realised it's actually on the desk. That's the reason why it was a bit low, because it wasn't even clipped on. There you go. Maybe you can just give me a bit of a thumbs up on that, Martin. Just let me know if the flex audio is balanced okay. It should hopefully be. It looks like it's okay this end. I've just turned the flex audio off a little bit there. Sorry, I should have done that at the start. So anyway, I think I've got everything set up now. So very, very good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. For those of you that haven't joined any of my live streams before, my name is Mike, and I am an amateur radio operator. I'm located here in the centre of England, in just north of Birmingham, and my call sign is M0XMX. And every now and then I like to put on these live streams because there are people out there that, for whatever reason, enjoy watching them. And I enjoy playing radio, and the whole idea is that I'm going to be going on a number of the different HF bands, and hopefully work in a few stations. And in the chat box, you guys have got the ability to, kind of direct me if you want me to go to 15 metres or 80 metres, or if you've got any questions about my setup here. So anyway, I'll just tell you the very, very quick background of what I've got here. So I'm using a Flex radio, which is an SDR. For those of you that have watched these before, then very, very sorry for keep repeating myself. But for those of you that haven't seen the live stream before, I'll just start from the start. So I'm using the Flex radio, which is a SDR radio. So basically, it's a box under my desk, connects onto my computer network, and then I've got a PC here with several screens, And in fact, I can probably give you a quick, just bear with me 1 second. Can I do this without messing everything up? Let's just have a quick look. I can give you a quick look. Let's just maximise that screen so I can see what I'm doing. And let's turn on properly. So there you go. Right, so there you go. There's a little bit of a tour around. Oh, sorry, Martin, I didn't have any audio on the tour. Sorry about that. But anyway, you saw the various screens and whatever. I didn't really plan on giving you a tour around. That's why I had no audio. So there you go. Right. So yeah, I'm running a Flex 6300. It's an old Flex. It's no longer made, but the software is bang up to date. So the software is the same software that you would have on a brand new Flex if you bought it tomorrow. So no difference, just functionality wise, number of slices, number of receivers, that kind of thing. So yeah, I've got the Flex, and I've got for 20 meters through 10, I run a cobweb, which is on a pneumatic mast. If you have a look on my YouTube channel, you'll see a video of me fitting the pneumatic mast and putting the cobweb antenna on top of it. My YouTube channel you can find just by typing in my call sign. And then for 80 meters and 40 meters, I've basically got a loaded wire dipole, which is around about 20 meters in total length. So that gives me a resonant dipole for 40 meters, and then it's got a couple of linear loading coils, one on each end, and that makes it nearly resonant on 80 meters. There's certain parts of 80 that I need to use the ATU, or sometimes I use the ATU built into the Flex to pull me back in. So there you go. So let's let's not mess around too much, and let's get on and play a little bit of radio. So let's turn the volume up on the Flex. Hopefully, let's just have a look at that. Let's just turn the volume down a little bit on the Flex, and then you can still hopefully hear me talking over the Flex. So the Flex has got the ability to do, oh God, from 160 meters all the way up to 6 meters. So yeah, it's got a very broad receive, and it can receive anything in between that, but it can only actually transmit on the handbands that are relative to the region that it's actually locked to. So for instance, here in the UK, 11 meters is not a band that the Flex can be opened up for. Some radios you can actually have them opened up, but the Flex is not. It's not possible to open the Flex up for CB. There you go. So let's take a look. Let's go to 15 meters. I don't know what 15's doing at the moment. Oh, there's a bit of activity on 15. I'm just going to turn up the volume in my earphones now so I can actually hear what's going on. Okay, so there's a Canadian station maybe there. No. I'm guessing he wants to talk to somebody in North America, seeing as he said it about 50 times. The great thing about the Flex is, literally, it's moving a mouse. So you just move the mouse around. Okay, let's just check the tune on this. I've just turned off that frequency and let's just check the tune. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's just use the ATU for a sec. Check the tune. That's lovely. Power is 79%. So I'm running 100 watts only, so there's no linear amplifiers or nothing like that. So let's see if we can get this American station. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. The other screen that you're going to see as well is this screen here. This is my login screen. This is using log4OM. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Santiago, Victoria, number 1, Japan, San Diego, Ontario, QSL.
Yeah, very good, gotcha. Good morning, Mike. SV1, Japan, Sugar Oscar, 5 and 9 in New York, name is John. Go ahead.
Okay, John, the name here is Mike, as you said. 5-9 also here in Athens, very good signal. I won't call you much, a lot of people are calling you. Thanks for the short so 73 and good luck.
You got it, 73 is good job, good signal this morning, Mike. Take care.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Very good, good morning. Andy, 5 and 9 in New York, name is John. How you doing today?
Okay, John, thank you very much. Big signal plus 20 dB 59. Name is Andy. Thank you very much. Don't say good luck.
You got it, Andy. Thanks a lot for the report. Take care. QRZDX, Whiskey 2, America.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Lima, November again?
For those of you watching that aren't familiar with amateur radio, it's not an exact science. So this isn't like making a phone call where if you can hear the person on the other end, then they can definitely hear you. There's lots and lots of science behind amateur radio.
Yeah, real good. Thanks for the call. 73 is from New York. QRZDX, Whiskey 2, America.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Let's try it again.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Who's the Golf Lima? Golf Lima?
So yeah, there's a lot of science behind this. If you can imagine, we are trying to transmit somewhere in the region of 3,500 miles here.
Ending in Lima?
And that involves bouncing radio waves off the different layers of the ionosphere. And depending on the time of day and all sorts of other things could determine whether you can actually be heard or not.
Who's the Golf Lima? 2 Echo 1, please. 2 Echo 1.
You'll hear all these funny call signs, like mine is M0XMX.
A bunch of folks right on top.
And you'll hear all sorts of different countries' call signs. And the call sign depicts typically where they're calling from. So an amateur radio operator hearing my call sign will know that I'm calling from the UK.
Whiskey 2, America.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. So this guy's in downtown New York.
Yeah, who's it? Germany, Mexico?
Long Island.
Yeah, okay, Joe. What is the prefix? Is it Golf Mike 4 and then Kilo Uniform Japan?
So 3,320 miles away this guy is.
Yeah, Golf Mike 0 Kilo Uniform Japan. Yeah, very good. Thanks a lot, Jim. 73 is from New York. Whiskey 2 Alpha.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Hotel 1 Delta X-ray.
I'll give it one more go and then we'll move on, because it just could be that this just isn't meant to happen.
Oh, okay, got it. Ocean Henry 1 Delta X-ray. Good morning. Carry 5 and 9. Thank you. Take care. QRZDX, Whiskey 2 America.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. No.
Mike Whiskey.
No. Okay, no problem. Let's move on. That's just the name of the game at the end of the day. If it was that easy, then it would be boring, to be honest. Hello to some of the people checking in.
Mike Whiskey again.
Lee. Let's just turn this down a little bit. Yeah, hello to Lee. Hello, Martin. Zander Marks. From the Netherlands. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Okay, let's move on. Unfortunately, this special event station can't hear me. Let's have a look who this is.
Name is Kostas. Bye-bye. Thank you. QRZ.
So when somebody says QRZ, that means they're saying who is there.
CQ15. Sierra X-ray 200. Romeo.
This guy's in Greece. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
220 XMX. 59 over.
Yeah, Roger. The call sign is Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. 73 Costas.
Okay, my friend. Very strong. 59 plus. Bye-bye. 73. Thank you. Bye-bye. Towards that.
So that was interesting. That was a little conversation between me and Greece, and 1,575 miles away he is.
Fox Whiskey, your call.
Hello, Xander. Glad to know that you're learning for your license. And also Andy, M7XTT. Thanks for joining me.
Friend, your call. Give me your call.
There's a little trace here on the waterfall. Let's just flick over to the flex so you can see what's going on. There's a little trace there, but I don't think it's anybody. Oh, there's a big signal. I don't know who that is.
I got you. Very good. Thanks for the contact, Marcello 73.
Nice big signal. Hey Thomas, 15 meters is dead, is it?
Kilo Alpha 2, Hotel Tango Victor, QRZ.
Kilo Alpha 2 Tango Victor, I think that was.
Kilo Uniform 0 Delta Hotel Victor, you're 5 and 7.
Hotel Victor. Xander, I'm using a Flex 6300. And I'm using the cobweb antenna for this. The software that you can see is called
Very good, Peter.
Smart SDR.
My friend, take care 73 and God bless.
And this is Log4OM, login software.
Calling CQ, hello CQ. Calling CQDX, hello CQDX, hello CQ.
Nice.
Calling CQDX, hello CQDX. This is Kilo Alpha 2, Hotel Tango Victor.
Hotel Tango Victor.
Calling CQ, hello CQDX.
Here are the signal fades. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Ending Foxtrot, Quebec.
We're running at 82% of power at the moment, which I suppose is about 82 watts out the back of the radio. And then obviously we've got to take into account the losses on the coax to get to the antenna. And then a nominal little bit of gain. So, do you know what? I'll probably be lucky if I'm putting out 50 watts.
Thank you for the 5 and 7. John Curtain. 73 and a zero change. Sounds good. So this is KA2HTV in the dead air. Who is it?
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
The Sugar Mike, huh?
No. Okay. Let's move on. We've got to accept our limitations. Amateur radio.
5 Golf Uniform Bravo.
Amateur radio is all about compromise. Unless you're in a country where you can put up massive, great big towers. Yeah, Xander, this is Windows software. This is
You're 5 and 7, 57 now, good.
this is Smart SDR. You actually can only use this with a flex.
The 2 Hotel Tango Victor.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Thank you for the contact, 73. I want to see if there are any DX stations outside of Europe. Any DX outside of Europe? Any DX outside of Europe? This is KA2HTV. Here is it.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Okay, let's move on. No time to waste. Let's try 17 meters. Okay, so this is just a different band set. What's that, John? Do hammers ever actually say anything or just try to connect? No, I mean, you'll hear people having chats about the weather, about, you know, kind of anything. You've got really two different types of operators. Those that are just literally looking at making a contact to say that they have talked to somebody in a specific place. Then you've, well, yeah, and also to compare maybe the signal quality yesterday to the signal quality to today. And you'll hear people giving people reports based on the strength of their signal and the quality of the signal. And then you've got other ham radio operators that like to what we call ragtune, which is having a chat. Yeah, how's Martha? How's, you know, how's your radishes? That kind of thing. Each is fine as long as you don't talk about certain things. You're not allowed to talk about religion. You're not allowed to swear. You're not allowed to talk about business. So you're not allowed to promote your business on the radio. All sorts of things like that. And in different parts of the world, amateur radio is actually used for more serious purposes. Other than me sat here on a Sunday just enjoying a bit of radio, amateur radio is actually used for disaster communications. If you imagine there are certain parts of the world where there's no cell phone towers and things like that, maybe in certain parts of Australia, certain parts of the US, certain parts of the Eastern Bloc, the only way you can communicate is with radio. So, yeah, it can be a little bit more serious than just having a bit of a chit-chat. So, okay, let's have a look at what we've got on here. The lower part of the band, down here, for instance, I'll put my mouse over it so you can see it. The lower part of the band, you can see funny signals, like this one here has lots and lots of dashes and dots. This, if I click on this, you'll hear what we know as Morse code. Okay, so that's Morse code. Maybe here as well. Don't know if you can hear that. There you go. So that's Morse code. So that literally is, other than somebody like me with a headset and a microphone, that could be somebody sat there with a key, doing like you see in the war films, going. I don't know Morse code, so hats off to those guys that can, but I don't. And then as we go a bit further up the band, so what you can see here is called a band, and it is a set bank of frequencies that goes from low to high, and it's the portion of the spectrum that we're allowed to operate in. So we call this a band. Now, as we go a bit further up the band, you can see these just straight lines. If I click on this, have a listen to what you hear here. Okay, so I won't leave it on for very long, and I'm gonna turn it off in my ears because it's really distracting. So these are digital communications. These are literally people sat in front of a computer like I am, and their computer is talking to someone else's computer somewhere else in the world. So no microphone, sometimes even no intervention, just literally two computers talking to each other. And a few of the modes that these are things like FT8 and FT4 and PSK31 and things like that. So these are computer generated digital modes, as opposed to human generated digital modes like CW and things like that. So let's go a bit further up the band. There are a few other modes that I won't cover. Things like where amateur radio is used for transmitting images. So you can actually take a photograph and digitize it and send it across the radio network, and at the other end, or anybody that hears it, can receive that and literally see it, just like a fax. Yeah, just like a fax. And there are certain times of the day when the space station sends pictures, and lots of people around the world receive those transmissions and decode them, you know, just for fun. They're not serious, just for fun. So there you go. So that's a little bit of an explanation about what you're looking at here in terms of a band plan. Let's get on and play a bit more radio. Turn my earphones on so I can hear what I'm doing. Okay, so also what you can see here is these are stations that people have what's called spotted, and then they've ended up in a cluster. Okay, lots of new things here for you. I'll just show you this here. On Log4OM, on the right hand side, you'll see just over this shoulder. This is called a cluster, and you'll see a few stations here because people have spotted them. So I know for a fact, if you watch my mouse, which is just over my shoulder, if I click on that there, you'll see that it's now changed frequency, and also the flex has also changed frequency because it's gone to this part here. So this station here, R60ANT, has been spotted. This guy's in Russia, in Moscow. We should be able to talk to him.
Radio 60 Alpha Norway Tango. The special invitation, all information about...
We'll wait till he calls QRZ and then we'll reply.
QRZ.com. Executed Oriole Oscar Radio Echo Lima. Many thanks, 73. Delta Lima 5, November, Charlie, November, you 59.
See, somebody jumped in there, unfortunately. That's bad practice, that is. They should always wait.
Radio 60 Alpha Norway Tango. Radio 60 Alpha Norway Tango, CQ 17.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Oscar November 4 Alpha Papa United, you 59.
This is a special event station.
Radio 60 Alpha Norway Tango.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
Okay, who is Mike 6? November 2, Nancy Delta Delta, you're 59.
How did that happen?
Okay, Hotel India 3, November 2, November Delta Delta Portable Hotel India 3, is that correct?
This guy is just letting anybody just jump in. I don't know. I don't agree with that way of operating, to be honest. I believe that if you control...
Roger, November 2, Yankee Delta Delta Portable Hotel India 3. Many thanks, 73.
Hey, Andy. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. See, I've just had to do it as well.
73, Mexico 0, station.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
I'm sorry, Mike 0, Mike X-ray, I think you 59.
Yep, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray, 59.
Roger, many thanks. Another Mike 0 station.
Okay, so that was a mess, to be honest.
Roger, Mike 0, Charlie, Japan, Mike.
I'll just turn that down a little bit. The problem is, if you're running a pile-up like that guy is, so a pile-up is when you're in the chair, you're calling, and lots of people are calling back to you. When you're running a pile-up, you basically determine the speed and the way that the people operate. Now, that guy there literally is just allowing people to just jump in and shout and everything. In my mind, the proper way of doing a pile-up is to show everybody that they don't call until you say, who's next, okay? But if you don't do that, then literally everybody's just going to jump in. It's a bit like queuing, standing in a queue and waiting your turn. But there you go. If that's the way he wants to run his pile up, then yeah, well, not a problem.
Whiskey Alpha Zulu, you 59.
Alpha 7.
United Tokyo 7 Delta.
United Sugar 5, Whiskey Alpha Florida.
I don't think that guy's going to get me. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. He's got a big pile up.
United Tokyo 7
No point in wasting my time.
United Tokyo
Bigger stations than me.
7 Delta Papa.
United Tokyo 7 Delta Papa. Thank you. You're 5 and 9. QSL.
Okay, Fred. Good afternoon. 73. Good luck.
73. Ukraine, Russia, Lithuania, Latvia.
Look at the size of this station.
United Sugar 5, Whiskey Alpha Foxtrot. United Sugar 5, Whiskey Alpha Foxtrot.
So, again, just for those of you that aren't into amateur radio, I'll just tell you a couple of things here. So, the higher up they are on this scale basically shows you how strong they are with me. With me, that's all that matters. That could be for a number of reasons. It could be that if I've got a directional aerial, which I haven't, it could be that I'm pointing in their direction. It could be that they're running a lot of power, more power than the next person, which is possible because different countries are allowed to run more power than other countries. It could be that they've just got a great station. And when I mean a great station, I mean superb aerials with lower losses than the next person. So there's a lot of things that can constitute to a signal being strong. So power isn't the only reason, but very often it is a reason, especially when you start looking at some of these continental stations. Over here in the UK, the maximum amount of power that we're allowed to actually put out is 400 watts. However, from the radio, sorry, not put out. So 400 watts from the back of the radio. However, there are stations in the US and Italy and other places that happily put out 1,000 watts, 2,000 watts. So yeah, it's it's a challenge, but that's what makes it fun. Paul, have I got a link? A link for your logbook. If you go to QRZ, you can see my logbook. My logbook, I run log for OM. And every time I make a QSO, every time I make a contact, sorry, I'm going to start talking in language that maybe people who are not into amateur radio will understand as well. So, sorry, QSO is a contact. So every time I have a contact with another amateur radio operator, I put it into log for OM, up there in the corner, and then that automatically updates on the web on qrz.com, and qrz.com is kind of like one of the standard website login sites for radio. So yeah, I'm absolutely, Paul. You can see my my logbook live on qrz.com. Right, let's get on and play a bit more radio. That's what I'm here for. But I really enjoy talking to people that have got questions that are not from amateur radio, because this is a hobby at the end of the day, and very often you'll find people involved in amateur radio love telling people about the virtues and the excitement. It might not look very exciting, but trust me, it is. When you get a station that you've been trying to get for half an hour or even a day, and then suddenly they repeat your call sign back to you, and you've got them. It's like a fisherman sitting at the side of a riverbank in the rain all night, waiting to catch that one big fish. So yeah, that's amateur radio. A lot of people say to me, what's the point? What do you get out of it when you're doing a contest? What do you get? Well, you get nothing. You just get the thought that you've actually won the contest, or you've made that distant contact. That's the reason why we do it. The same as a fisherman putting a fish back into the water once he's weighed it and had his picture took with it. So let's turn the volume back up. QSL, by the way, means okay, understood, yes.
You're a Mike Stroke, Yankee Oscar, Mike Stroke, Yankee Oscar?
And you'll hear, very often people compare it to using a mobile phone. It's nothing at all like that, in the way that you'll hear the signal comes and goes, and it's all to do with atmospherics. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. No. Okay, let's try 20 metres now. I must confess, Paul, I'm not... Just turn that off for a sec. Paul, I'm not completely clear what it is you're looking for. You was looking for a download link. A download link for your logbook. I'm not quite sure. If what you're asking me is how you download this software, log for OM, just Google it. Just type in log and then the number 4 and then OM, log for OM, and that will take you to the download page. I think that might be what you're looking for there, Paul. I hope it is. Feel free, just write in the comments if I've got it wrong. Right, here we are on 20 metres. This should be quite okay, actually.
Miss Andrea, Mexico 7, Sierra Papa Echo, Italy Kilo 5, Yankee Zulu Zulu, over.
No problem, Paul.
Okay, good copy, Mr. Andrew. Good copy. At the moment, my antenna position to you, position to England. Okay, good propagation, Italy and the State of America. Good report. Propagation is very good. No problem, Mr. Andrea. Mexico 7, Sierra Papa Echo, Italy Kilo 5, Yankee Zulu Zulu. The senior is 4-5.
So this guy's near Florence. Oh, he's in Pisa. Interestingly as well, you can only hear half the conversation because it's just the way that the radio waves work, so it's not necessarily down to distance. It could be down to propagation.
Okay, thank you very much.
So
the information to you.
Could be.
At the moment, weather from Pisa is negative blue sky, and many lighting.
So this comes back to the question that you asked earlier on, John, I think it was, or Xander, about whether people have chats. So this guy's talking about the weather.
Because many lighting, Mr. Andrea Cambio.
I got a feeling I know this guy. So the guy that he's talking to, so this guy here is in Pisa, Giovanni. But I've got a feeling I know the guy he's talking to. No, maybe not. So he's talking to an operator here in the UK called David.
Okay, Mr. Andrew.
In Harrow.
At the moment, information to you. At the moment, the my PC is on, and the my check radio, and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 PC, and the my PC number 4. At the moment is a connection in optical audio, and the my.
So he's describing his station here.
The my playback to you. Stand by.
And he's going to play his audio back.
Oh.
QSL, copy that. Light, thunder and lightning. Very exciting, but not good for radio. Negative weather here today. Very dull. 9 degrees centigrade. A dull border.
So basically what Giovanni has done is recorded David's conversation to him, and now Giovanni is playing the conversation back so that David can hear the quality of his signal, his audio, which is really good, really important. The other thing that's interesting here is David is a lot closer to me in Harrow. So David is 112 miles away, whereas Giovanni is probably 500, 600, 700 miles away in Pisa. However, I can't hear David. So you would instantly think, well, if he's closer, I should be able to. But it doesn't work like that, because it's to do with the particular frequency or band that I'm on, and how the signal goes up into the atmosphere and then bounces back down. So the signal, if you imagine, could be going up and then landing straight on Giovanni, but because David's here, it's completely missing David. So that's the reason why I can hear Giovanni at 1,500 miles away and I can't hear David at 100 miles away. Excuse me.
Local time from Italy, and my station in QRT, okay? 73.
Okay, so he's closing down now. He just said he's going QRT, which is I'm closing down.
Mr. Andrew, my station in QRT, Mexico 7, Sierra Papa Echo, Ike 5YZZ. Ciao.
So that was interesting. That gave me the opportunity to share a few things there. Let's see who this is.
Okay, QSL, what is your name?
If anybody has got any questions, feel free, ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question.
73 and have a nice Sunday. Lima Yellow 5 Alpha X-ray, over. Okay, I heard another QRP station. Try again.
QRP is low power. You could actually describe me as QRP.
Okay, Mike 7 Sugar Lima Echo / QRP, about 5757, okay? Okay, Steve, QSL, my name is Arnes, Alpha Romeo, November, Alpha Sugar in Lithuania. Okay, Steve, thanks so much for the contact, and have a good EX, and have a nice Sunday. Bye-bye.
Yeah, Xander, that's a hard question to answer.
Yellow 5, Alpha X-ray, QRZ.
Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray.
M0XMX, M0XMX, you're 5 and 9.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. You're a super strong signal as well here. 5.9 plus about 10 dB. The name is Mike and I'm Central United Kingdom, over.
Okay, QSL Mike, yes, you're about 5 and 9 plus 5 dB. The name here is Arnas Alpha Romeo November Alpha Sugar in a small village in Lithuania. Back to you.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Very, very nice to meet you for the first time. Can I just take your call sign again, please, over?
Yes, my call is Lima Yellow 5, American X-ray, over.
Roger, Roger, Roger. Got that, no problem whatsoever. I'm actually doing a live stream at the moment, Amos. I hope you don't mind being on that. I've got a few people watching it on YouTube, and I'm just explaining how the flex works and how propagation works to a few people that are not actually into amateur radio. So hope you don't mind being on the live stream there, Amos, over.
Yeah, no problems at all, Mike. Yes, okay, Mike. Yes, the Flex radio is actually awesome radio. I tried once, so works actually very well. So, okay, Mike. Thanks so much for the contact and 73s, and have a nice Sunday. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you very much, Amos. Sorry. You take care, sir. Have a great day as well. Also, bye bye for now. 7-3.
Okay, Mike. Thanks. Bye bye. This is okay. I heard very loud. Mike India 0 Sugar Delta Radio MI 0 SDR 5 and 9 plus 20. Very strong. Over.
So again, that was another nice example there of a couple of amateur radio operators not just giving a signal report and then moving on to the next one. Some ham guys are totally into that, and some ham guys want to have a bit of a chit chat about the weather and stuff like that.
Okay, QSL, yes, nice to meet you, Derek.
India 5, United Germany, Papa.
Nice, strong signal. Lovely audio.
05, United Germany, Papa. Thank you for coming back to the CQ. Nice to work you today. Popo as well. You're 5x7, 57. Kyle, Kilo, Yankee Lima Echo, and Mike 88 to the state of Rhode Island.
So this guy's also
Yeah,
on the
Roger,
East Coast.
Kyle. Thanks very much for reply to my call. You're coming 57 also, 5 and 7 also, but you have Cura Mary and Cura Nancy today. Bad weather conditions here. We have bad weather conditions here. Many lightning, and it's impossible sometime to.
Yeah, I don't know about the most special contact, to be honest with you there, Xander. Every now and then one of those special islands like Barbados or the Falklands will pop up.
To you the microphone, Kyle. November uniform 1 X-ray. This is India Zulu 5, United Germany, Papa. Over.
Germany, Papa. This is November uniform 1 X-ray. Yeah, very fine copy. And your PT of 5x7, 57, so no problem to copy. I worked you up on QRZ.com.
Right, let's just take a quick look at 40 and a quick look at 80, and then we will call it a day. Unless any of you guys have got any special requests. So 40 meters, this is noisy by the way, so. I'll just turn that down a little bit. It's a very, very noisy band for me. You'll see that there's a lot more noise here. If you look here, so you see where this meter is saying where my mouse is 7, that's the noise level. If we go back to the previous band, 20, and if we come off the signals, you'll see that the noise here is 5. So it's a lot noisier. It's due to things like LED lighting and broadband and all sorts of things like that. And obviously, as we're getting closer to Christmas, People are sticking up Christmas lights and, oh, yeah, there you go. But anyway, this is 40 metres. And one of the things you may have picked up, or you may not have picked up, is previously we've been on upper sideband. And now we're actually working on lower sideband. So the bandpass is actually on the left-hand side, as opposed to the right. What have we got here? Interference, loads of noise.
This is Data Mike 2, Data X-ray. Data Mike 2, Data X-ray, TQ Firak. TQ Firak, Data Mike 2, Data X-ray, Data Mike 2, Data X-ray, TQ Firak.
I don't know what he's calling CQ. It sounds like CQ fireworks, but I'm not sure whether he's calling a particular contest.
TQ Firak, this is Data Mike 2, Data X-ray. Data Mike 2, Data X-ray, TQ Firak.
Oh, is that what he's saying? Splits. He's working splits.
At the station with X-ray in the call, X-ray in the call again.
Somebody tuning up over it. That's very nice.
A kilo X-ray again.
Honestly, some people, you know, there's ignorant people in all walks of life.
Tango X-ray, Foxtrot Tango X-ray again.
She's still alive. She's well into her 90s. And
So here's a couple of guys having a chat.
Yeah, that was quite a fascinating one. And there was a couple of other...
and it's also interesting as well, just for those of you that are not into amateur radio, different bands at different times of the day do different things. So 40 metres and 80 metres tend to be local bands, but you can also get distance. So you can also get over to the States from the UK on 40 metres. Excuse me. 20 metres tends to be, to a certain extent, only usable during certain times of the day when the sun's up, typically, but not wholly exclusively. But 20 metres tends to be a further away band, a more distance band. So I couldn't talk to the guy 50 miles down the road, probably on 20 metres, but I probably could talk to him if he was 5 miles down the road, okay, because it uses a different type of, not technology, but a different way of getting the waves backwards and forwards. But typically 20 metres is more, 500 to 1,000 to 10,000 miles, that kind of distance. Whereas 40 metres, which is what we are here, you'll hear stations from the US and also from Europe and also from the UK. So 40 metres and 80 metres tend to be very often used as local bands. Let's have a look at 80 for a minute.
Den hat sich das dezimiert auf 24 Meter und so weit. So lange ist es auch schon.
Delta Charlie, number 5 Victor Uniform, coding secure and standing by.
Okay, let's just check our tuning because we're on a different antenna now, don't forget. So we switched away from the cobweb and we're switching onto the wire dipole antenna. So let's just check our tune. Okay, that's not so bad. We'll just turn on the ATU. There we go, that's fine. Let's tune back onto the station.
Good afternoon from Germany.
Andrew, your 59 plus 5,
Nice
5
station.
dB over 9.
Nice audio from
The
Germany.
name is Nat, November 9 for Tango, Southwest Germany. Golf 1, Zulu, Oscar Queen, DC 5 for
He's
you.
talking to a station in the UK, and I know that by the call sign that he's just said that he's talking to. Let's have a quick look at 80. Again, it's one of those bands that can be very noisy for me. Now, one of the things that you'll see here, you see how it's a lot noisier on the far left, over there, sorry. It's a lot noisier over here. That's because the antenna is more resonant over there, so it's actually picking up more signals. So instantly, you know, if you didn't know, you would look and you would say, well, this part of the band here on the right, that's where you want to be because it's a lot quieter. However, it's not. It's only quieter there because the antenna is not as resonant in that part of the band as it is in the lower part. Let's just show you this. So if I click here, what am I doing? Okay, so if I click there and just tune, okay, you'll see the SWR is about 1.8, yeah, about 1.8 to 1, okay? And then if I click up here, there, okay? If I click there, tune, you'll see that it's massively off, okay? Super off. If I try and tune that, which I probably won't be able to with the built-in ATU in the Flex, maybe. Okay, so now we've tuned, we haven't really, but we've matched. So now you'll see that it's actually picking up a lot more interference here. That's a fudge. I know that there's going to be a few people that criticise me for saying what I just said, but yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's have a look at some here.
Walking boots and all that sort of thing there next.
80 metres tends to be a local band, so it tends to be people having a chit chat.
Several times before. M0 light.
You suffer from amnesia.
And you'll tend to find there's a lot of people on here having a chat.
Insomnia.
So, let's get an 80, okay? Let's find a frequency that's clear. Sounds like that's clear. Sounds like there's nobody on that frequency. Let's tune. Okay, that's fine. And let's try calling. Let's see if there's anybody out there on 80 metres that wants to have a chat. And that also applies to you. If any of you guys are on 80 metres and you want to have a quick chat just to, I don't know, test your station or, you know, get on the live stream, then feel free. So here we are on 80 metres, 3.735, and let's see. Is the frequency clear, please, M0XMX? Is the frequency clear, please, M0XMX? Is the frequency clear, please, M0XMX? Oh, let's just turn the power up. Is the frequency clear, please? Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Is the frequency clear, please? Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Nothing heard. Hello CQ, hello CQ. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80 metres. This is Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico X-ray. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ80 and standing by for any calls. So that was a nice long call. The benefit of giving a nice long call is anybody just tuning around and just spinning a dial, hopefully will find you. Hello CQ80, CQ80, CQ80 metres. This is Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ on 80 metres. Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, calling CQ and standing by for any calls. And this is what amateur radio is all about, doing exactly what I'm doing now. Hello CQ, 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 CQ 80 metres, CQ 80, CQ 80, CQ 80. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, calling CQ 80, CQ 80, CQ 80. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ 80 and standing by for any calls. And again, the analogy that I gave you earlier on about fishing, it literally is just like fishing. I've now cast my rod 3 times, and I'm now going to cast it a 4th time. Sooner or later, there'll be a fish, and I will catch him. Hello CQ, 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 CQ 80, CQ 80, CQ 80, CQ 80 metres. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, calling CQ 80 and standing by. Hello CQ, 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 CQ 80 metres, CQ 80, CQ 80, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, calling CQ80 and standing by. Hello CQ, 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 CQ80, 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 Mexico 0, X-ray, Mexico, X-ray, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray, calling CQ80 and standing by. Now what I've also just done, I've loaded up a voice keyer. So now I can actually use a voice keyer to call for me automatically. Let's just check it's working. Hello CQ, 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 CQ 80 metres, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. No, I need to configure the voice queue because I've moved files around and it can't find the files. Hello CQ, 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 CQ 80 metres, this is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, hello CQ, this is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. And as you'll hear, I change it, just so that I don't go insane. Hello CQ, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, this is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, 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 Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello CQ, this is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. It might sound a little bit laborious and a bit boring, But to be honest with you, you can do other things while you're calling. Sooner or later, somebody will pop up. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Hello, CQ. Hello, CQ. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. 2 Echo 0. Nope, sorry. My memory isn't that good. 2E0 station, please go ahead. Roger, Roger, Andy. 2 Echo 0, Uniform Romeo Sierra. Thank you very, very much for coming back to the call. I'm just doing a live stream here, actually. Just make sure that you're okay with being on the live stream. I'm just broadcasting onto my YouTube channel. So just checking you're okay with being on that, Andy, over.
Yeah, 30 URS recording. Yeah, fine, mate, no problem.
Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the audio because I've got quite a high noise floor here, unfortunately. So I'm just altering the RX equalizer to try and pull you out of the noise a little bit. But anyway, thank you very, very much for coming back to the call. I'll give you a signal report on your next over. The name this side is Mike, and I'm in Burton-upon-Trent, over.
Yeah, 30 URS returning. Yeah, definitely, Mike. You are a 5 and 7 here, 5 and 7. Customers available for either on the left of order. The measure is Andy. Pushing 12 watts at the moment. 12 watts of PRP into your latest house, however.
Yeah, 12 watts. Well, you're doing well on your 12 watts there, Andy. Yeah, 5 and 7 also for you, although 5 is probably a bit of a stretch of the imagination, to be honest. Probably closer to a 4 and 7. A lot of noise, but it's mainly all QRM, to be honest. Yeah, I've just turned up the volume a little bit on the live stream. I've got a few people watching live, and then a few people will watch later on. But yeah, just turned up the audio. Just using a Flex 6300 here. This is going into a loaded dipole in the garden as well, which is covering 40 and 80 metres, and just using the power coming out the back of the Flex. So 100 watts at the moment there to you, Andy, from M0XMX, over. Certainly helps you develop your hearing as well, amateur radio does. Yep, sorry Andy, I couldn't contact that last one. You're right on the edge of my noise floor, so please go ahead with that last over. Gone in the noise. Yep, sorry about that, Andy. You've absolutely disappeared into the noise there. I really couldn't copy you. One more try. Just go one more try, over. Now, sorry, I know that you're there. I can see your signal, but I just can't really pick out any words. I'm really sorry about that. It's a very, very noisy band for me, 80 metres, to be honest, and you're right on my noise floor. And the Christmas tree lights don't help that, Andy. So, sorry about that. Thanks very much for coming back to the call anyway. I really appreciate your effort. And maybe if you have a look on my call sign on YouTube, you'll see the live stream anyway. All right, Andy, you take care, my friend. 7-3 for now. 2E0 URS M0XMX 7-3. Just can't pick him out. Really, sorry. Anybody else, please? QRZ. Anybody else? QRZ. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, CQ80, Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. And that's the way it works. You can have a station that's next door to you that's really weak and a station that's 1,000 miles away that's really strong. Hello, CQ80. This is Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. CQ80, CQ80, CQ80. Mike 0, X-ray, Mike X-ray. Right, well, we've been on now for a while, so I think it's about time that I cut the stream. But anyway, thank you all very, very much. Let me just turn this audio down, then you can actually hear me. Thank you very much for joining me today. I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed just talking a little bit about amateur radio as well. So anybody out there that's interested in getting into the hobby, feel free. Look me up on Facebook, look me up on YouTube. Feel free, throw me any questions that you've got. I'll do my best to answer them. I can't say I'll know the answer to every question because I've only been in the hobby for 4-ish years. So every day is a school day for me. So, but I enjoy having questions thrown at me that I don't know the answers to. Then I go off and look for the answers. So anyway, guys, thank you very, very much for joining me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, depending on where you are in the world and depending on when you're watching this. So for me, farewell. As we say in amateur radio speak, 7-3. I am now going QRT.